Yeah, you know what it is. Let's put some boxing on your mind. I got something special for y'all. This is Godfather Time with Sweet Science Athletics, where you get exclusive breakdowns of fights you care most about, as well as videos of me training and teaching people how to box. If you like the content and the commentary, hit the like and subscribe button to get updates on the latest content. And don't forget to share. Boxing is a science, and I will break it down for you. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Help this video get 1,000 likes. Help this page get 1,000 subscriptions. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Let me put some boxing on your mind. Sweet Science Athletics is in the building. So, I hate speaking on rumors, but rumor has it that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. is getting it in this year. Now, I haven't seen no evidence, no proof. I ain't seen nothing written. I ain't seen it being promoted. So again, it's a rumor. I don't know how true it is. It would be dope if it was the truth. However, if it does happen, the next question is, who gonna win? And my educated opinion, or my educated guess, would say that Terrence Crawford will win that fight. I do have some issues, however, with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence that would make either one of them a problem for each other. Example, Terrence Crawford has an issue when he's getting into these little brawls of leaving himself wide open. He takes a lot of hits from opponents when he gets into these little brawls, man, and that's not something that he can do with somebody like Errol Spence. I don't know if Crawford has ever fought somebody that hits as hard as Errol Spence, but you can't go into these little exchanges leaving your chin wide open and swinging for the fences, man. Like, that's not something you can do against this guy. And that's something that Terrence Crawford has a bad habit of doing. He takes a lot of hits that he doesn't have to against opponents, man. You seen it with Gamboa. Gamboa was catching this dude, man. He was catching Crawford with some pretty good punches, man, because Crawford was leaving himself wide open. He did the same thing against the last guy he just fought, the white guy. I can't think of his name. Well, I can't pronounce his name, and I'm not gonna try. But he took some abuse from that guy as well, man. There's been a couple fighters that Terrence Crawford has been in the ring with, and he done took some punches that he didn't necessarily have to take. It's almost like he goes in there thinking his chin is invincible, and that could be a problem against somebody like Spence. On the flip side, Spence seems to have problems when he's in the ring with aggressive fighters. Sean Porter gave Errol Spence the business. If it hadn't been for that little drop down, that little knockdown that he got on Porter, that fight could have that fight would have ended up being a draw, or I don't know, it might have went the other way, man. So he had some problems with Sean Porter. Anybody gonna have problems with Sean Porter, but I went into that fight thinking that Errol Spence was gonna dog walk Sean Porter, and that really did not happen. And so, on the flip side of Crawford leaving himself wide open, Errol Spence has a problem with aggressive fighters. So, if Crawford gets into one of his little aggressive modes, right, that might be a problem for Spence. On the flip side, if Crawford gets into one of these little aggressive modes and leaves himself wide open, Spence could counter him and put him out of his misery, man. So I'm very curious to see how this fight's gonna go, man. I'm curious to see if Crawford is Spence gonna pay attention to not leaving himself exposed when he gets into these exchanges, and I'm curious to see how Spence is going to deal with Crawford's aggressiveness, man. It's a thing that I noticed when Spence was fighting Porter, and Porter was using a lot of angles on Spence. The problem I had with him using the angles is that he was letting Spence get away with a lot of shit. Spence was missing punches off of these angles that Porter was hitting on him, and Porter wasn't punishing him. If you throw a punch at an opponent and you hit a pivot on them, you hit an angle on them, and they miss that punch, you're supposed to punish them. Porter was letting Spence get away with a lot of stuff because he was hitting pivots on him, and he wasn't punching him, and he wasn't hitting him coming out those pivots. So I'm curious to see if Crawford paid attention to that fight, because Sean Porter showed a lot of holes in Spence's game, especially when it comes to using the angles. So I want to see this fight, man, because I know them boys gonna get it in. It's gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna come down to who got the strongest chin and the best defense. I think Bud Crawford is faster than Spence, but Spence probably hits harder than Crawford. So we're gonna see, man. It's gonna be dope. So leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to my channel. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think gonna happen if they fight. Who you think gonna win and why you think they're gonna win. Let me know. It's Sweet Science Athletics. Let's get it in. Let's go.